covered. It should be covered like this, because if you keep your mask like this, it is of no use. Clear? And you should cover your nose also, and avoid touching your mask every now and then. If you want to touch, what should you do? You should first sanitize your hand and then only. Clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
So today we are going to start. Using also. Okay? And it is not only that you will study in class 10, these are the basics you are going to study. When you reach class 11 and 12, you will have a high order probability. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
With the mask?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the meaning of probability? Anyone can tell me what is the meaning of probability? Yes, tell me. Shekhar.
Maybe or may not.
Chances
Of an event.
of an event to occur. Chances of an event to occur. For example, if I say probably it will rain today. What do you understand?
May or may
It
not.
may or may not. You are not certain. Probably in IPL, okay, whichsoever team you feel like, okay, whichsoever team you feel like will win. You even bet also for that, no? You even bet also for that. This team will win, but you are not certain. Are you certain about that? No. So this is all cases of what? Probability. I doubt that. What is the name of your? What is it? No. Last one. What? Last one. I doubt Vishnu will get above 90%. I am not sure. Okay? I am not sure. So what are all these? These are the chances for an event to occur. I doubt Meera will win the race. I am not sure. She can. These are all the cases of probability. So, if when we say probability, what should immediately strike in your mind? Chances for an event to occur. Okay. Then, in the language of mathematics, how do we define probability? It is the numeric measure. It is the numeric measure of an event to happen. Okay? You say no, the probability of this event is 1/2. What is 1/2? It's a numerical measure, isn't it? So how do we define probability in the language of mathematics? It is a numeric measure. Okay. Now we are approaching to certain terminologies which are required to study probability. You have to be very much careful, children. There are certain terms which we are supposed to know. Number one is experiment. The first term is experiment. First I will explain you, thereafter you can write in your notebook also. What is the meaning of experiment? It is an operation which gives us a well-defined outcome. What is the word I have used? No. Well-defined. I have used this term, well-defined outcome. You know, probability is somewhere related to your sets also, set theory. What is a set? You know what is a set? It is a collection objects. What is the meaning of well-defined object? If I say Meera is a very good singer, I say, he says, but Mukul doesn't accept. He says no. That means there is a variation in our opinion. You all have not accepted it together. But if I say Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India, anyone of you can deny? No. You all have accepted. That means it is well defined. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
You understood the difference?
Yes, ma'am.
When we say well defined means everyone should accept it. Okay? And wherever there is a differences, that means it is not well defined. For example, I am talking about probability. Coin. Toss it. You know the outcome. Either head, well defined. You will not get a number 6, no? Yes or no? It is well defined. Tossing a coin, either head or tail. Rolling a die, either 1, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. These are all what? Well defined. Okay? So what is the first term we have used, children? Experiment. What is an see? You have nothing to do with these definition, but still you should know. What is an experiment? Operation which gives us a well-defined outcome. Okay? Quickly write down. An operation which gives us a well-defined outcome. Well-defined outcome. Okay? A well-defined outcome. Experiment. Saurabh Pandey, have you written or not? Have you written or not? Why? Huh? After the class, I will see. Next is random experiment. What is random experiment? See. You know what is an experiment? An operation which gives us a well-defined outcome. Now we are talking about random experiment. It is an experiment whose outcome are known to us. Please listen to me very carefully. I am going to ask you. Whose outcome are known to us? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If I toss a coin, what will be the outcome? Head or tail. Outcome you know, but you cannot predict whether head or tail. This is not known to you. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
When you toss a coin, you know either head or tail, but you don't know whether head or tail. If you roll a die, you know the numbers on the upper surface will appear in between 1 to 6, but you don't know. These are all what? Random experiments. Suppose, for example, take a bag, okay, filled with different colors of balls. You know there are 10 red balls, 10 blue balls and 10 green balls. And I ask you to take one ball out of it. You know that there are 30 balls, 10 of different color. You know. But do you know which color ball will come out? These are all random experiments. Okay? For example, right? You write for random experiment. All possible outcomes are known to us.
It is an operation.
All possible outcomes are known to us. But the outcome is not predictable, isn't it? But the outcome is not predictable. See, now look on the board. Look on the board. Look on the board. All of you, pay attention. Now, I am taking some examples of random experiment. Okay? I want all of you to please report to the board. Number 1. Tossing a fair coin. You might have a question here. What is the meaning of fair coin? See, look here. What is the meaning of fair? I will use this word. Fair means unbiased. It can be a coin or it can be a die. What is the plural of die? Dice. D-I-C-E. Plural. Okay? I will use this term. A fair coin, a fair die, or in place of fair, which word are we going to use? Unbiased. What is the meaning? How do you differentiate biased, unbiased, or fair? How do you differentiate that? See, it is because of the structure or the construction or how it is made. Okay? Sometimes it happens a die has 6 surfaces, no? Right? It is made in such a way that always 3 will come on the upper side. You understand? Whenever you roll, you know that maximum number of times 3 will only appear. Which happens with us sometimes when you play Ludo. Every time 6 is appearing, every time 6 is appearing, that means that is what? It is a biased. Yeah, it is a biased die. Bias means I know 6 will appear. It is because of the structures or the construction how it is. When you know that this surface will appear every now and then, that is what? Biased. And when you know, when you don't know, anything can appear fairly, that is unbiased. Same way it happens with coins also. Sometimes we bully, no? How? We know every time head will appear, so I will ask for head. This team will win and you will get 10,000. I will take head. You give me. So because you know head will always appear. So toss and head will appear. What type of coin is that? Biased. It is not a fair coin. You understood the meaning? The difference between fair and biased. What is the meaning of fair? Unbiased. Okay. One more example I am giving you of this. One more example. Suppose Meera comes to me and she tells me, ma'am, if Praveen sir asks you, what about Meera's studies going on? So you please convey him that I am doing my studies very well. She has convinced me already, and when he is asking me, I will say she is doing very well. So this is my biased view. I am not fair. Did you understand? And on the other hand, if he asks me, I will say not at all. She is not sincere at all. This is my unbiased. You understood? Clear to everyone? So now I have written tossing of fair coin. Fair coin means you don't know whether head or tail. You are not sure about that. Okay. Now see, look here. In tossing a fair coin, what is the possible outcome? Either head or tail. Either head or tail. This is the possible outcome. Okay, children? Right? Now, if I say, see, in tossing one coin, what is the possible outcome? Either head or tail. In tossing, see, actually, this probability is also dealt by sets. I told you. We can write like this. See, the set. What is the cardinal number? 2. What is the meaning of cardinal number? Number of elements in that set. That we have written. You understood? If we toss 2 coins. See, I said if we toss 2 coins, every time keep multiplying by 2. Multiply by 2, what will you get? 4. Tell me all possible case. Head or both. Head and tail. Tail and head. And tail and tail. All possible outcomes. If I say 3, then nobody will answer. Meera. Very good. She's saying 8. Why? Multiply this by 2. What will you get? 8. Give me the combination. Meera will give me the combination. Meera, tell me first one. Huh? 2 times. You are tossing 3 coins. Yes. Then it can be H, H, T. It can be H, T, T. It can be T, H, T. Then take T, T, T. It can be T, T, H. It can be T, H, H. It can be H, T, H. How many possible cases? You understood? Okay. Only you have to remember one thing. In tossing a coin, what is the possible outcome? In tossing 2 coins, what will be the possible outcome? Multiply by 2, 4. In 3, and in 4, 16. Similarly, I am asking you, in rolling a die, he will answer me. What is the possible outcome? 6. A die. 2 die?
36.
Keep multiplying by 6. 36. In 3 die, 36 into 6, 260. You understood? Right? Now, sit down. Keep multiplying by 2. Keep multiplying, see, if it is a coin, remember, if it is a coin, then for first time, 2. Second time, multiply by 2, 4. Third time, multiply that by 2, 8. Next time, 8 into 2, so on. If it is a die, first time, 6. Second time, 6 into 6. Third time, 6, 6, 6. Fourth time, 6, 6, 6, 6. And so on. Clear? No. So, die also you know. I am coming to cards. Playing cards. Okay? This is very interesting. This probability becomes very interesting when we deal with cards. Now, first of all, in nutshell, Shashwat, look onto the board, beta. We will have a briefing of the card. How many cards are there in a well shuffled deck of a card? Deck. Let him answer. How many cards? Tash ka patti na? How many cards? 50. Now he understood when I said in 52. Good. Okay, doesn't matter. 52 playing cards. Sit down. This 52 cards are divided into 4 suits. They are divided into 4 suits. These 52 cards are divided into 4 suits of 13 cards each. 13 cards each. What is the first suit? Spade. This is spade. Black. It is black in color. Black. Then you have club. Then you have club. This is also black. Then you have diamond. This is not heart. It is heart. Then how will you pronounce H-U-R-T? If you are pronouncing this H-E-A-R-T, heart, and then how will you pronounce it? Hood. This is heart. Open your mouth. Heart. This is heart. Okay? Right. And you have 13 cards of heart. This is red in color. This is red in color and this is what? Diamond. Okay? So, Meera, write down somewhere. Don't simply sit and dream there. There only. You write down. 52 cards, 4 suits, 13. We have 13 spade black. We have 13 clubs black. We have 13 red diamond. We have 13 red heart. That means altogether, how many black cards are there?
26.
Who said 36? 26. Altogether, how many black cards are there?
26.
And altogether, how many red cards are there? 26. 26 red cards. Okay. Then we have 4. We have 4. Yes. Face cards. Face cards. King, Queen, and Jack. Okay? This ace, not as. Ace. King, Queen, and Jack. This Jack somewhere is also read as knave. It's a French word. Knave. It's a French word. Okay? Don't sit and read. Now, are you ready, children? You have written? Now see, look here. If you are talking about these 13 cards, look here, Suryam. If you are talking about these 13 cards, you will start from 1. What is that one called? Ace. Ikka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay? You understood? Yes or no? That means, look here, that means, tell me, you will have one king of spade, one king of club, one king of diamond, and one king of hearts. Yes or no? Answer me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
And similarly, it will hold for Q and J also. Okay? You should know these things first. These are the basics of probability.
Yes, the first one. After that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ace is 1. Ikka. Okay? Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Sir. Now, one more thing I want to explain you. Please listen to me very carefully. And this is a very important and even confusing term also. At least probability. Look here please. If I say in tossing a coin, find the probability that is, I don't want any answer, but head appears. First, no, I have not asked you the probability, please don't answer unless and until I ask you. Question is, in tossing a coin, okay, find the probability that head appears. I want to make something clear here. Please see, wait. You know, in tossing a coin, what is the possible outcome? Number 2. Very good. Sit down. Now, what is the event we want? Head to appear. We want what? That is called favorable outcome. The outcome that we want is called what? Favorable outcome. If I say that find the probability that head appears, what is the favorable outcome? Head appears. If I would have said tail appears, what is the favorable outcome? In rolling a die, what is the probability that an even number appears? What is the favorable outcome? What is the, don't tell me the numbers, I want a sentence. What is the favorable outcome? Even numbers. Understood? Right? This is called favorable outcome which we want. Right? Now, right, in your copy, right. Probability of an event to occur. Please see, we write it PE. What is the meaning of this PE? Probability of that event to occur is equal to, right, number of favorable outcome upon number of possible outcomes. I hope you can distinguish very well what is the meaning of favorable outcome and what is possible outcome. Okay? Now, see, next time, the probability of E can be greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 1. It will lie between 0 to 1. It can never be more than 1. Okay? Now, look here. One more formula I am giving you, and that is very useful. Probability of any event to happen, to occur, plus probability of that event not to occur. What is that sign shows? Complement. What is the meaning of complement? Not to occur. Is equal to 1. Is equal to 1. This we can use it. This is a very important formula. Probability of any event to occur plus probability of any event not to occur is equal to 1. Now see, look here. Look here. If the 1, we call it a sure event. Sure event. It's a sure event. How? I will take an example. die, in rolling a die, what is the probability of getting a digit less than 7? A digit less than 7. A digit less than 7. You just keep the question written with you. 1 minute. In getting a digit less than 7. I am asking a question, those who know will raise them. I have not asked the question. Yeah. What was my question? Tell me.
When moving a die, what is the probability of getting a digit less than 7?
You are answering me for that? Okay, what is the answer? My question was not this. Come. Vishnu, what are the possible outcomes in rolling a die? 6. Very good. See, what are the possible outcomes? What are the altogether possible outcomes? Meera, did you understand how 6? Arunima, did you understand how 6? If you roll a die, either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. So what is the possible outcome? 6. I am asking Arunima. Can you tell me the number of favorable outcome? Favorable means which we want. And what do we want? What do we want? Digit less than 7. So tell me. What are the possibilities? Either 6, either 5, 4, 3, 2 or 1. Absolutely correct. What is the number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. What is the possible outcome? What is the probability? Sure event. It's a sure event. Understood? Now, if I say, sit down, Saurabh Pandey, what is the probability to get 8 on rolling a die? No, only he will answer me. Those who know will raise their hand. What is the probability of getting 8 in rolling a die? Saurabh Pandey, in rolling a die, what is the possible outcome? 6. Possible outcome is 6. And you want 8. What is the number of favorable outcome? Meera? Nobody will utter. Yes. I am asking you, what is the probability of getting 8 when you when you roll a die? ऊपर 8 आना चाहिए. 8 you have rolled a die और ऊपर 8 आना चाहिए. What is the? I will show you out of the class. You understand? What is the favorable outcome? Huh? 4 upon 3 is 6. Tell me. You tell me. 6. You tell me. 6. You tell me. Huh? You tell me, Shashwat. You tell me. You tell me. You tell me. Tell me. How much 0 upon 6 will be equal to? 0. Meera? 6. Very good. Arunima? What should be the answer? She is saying 6. Is it correct? No. How many of you say it is correct? Saurabh Pandey? Huh? Is it correct? Shikhar? 0 divided by 6. Is it correct? 6? No. Suryansh? What should be the answer? Huh? You're asking me or answering me? Telling you or asking me? What? When he answers, his voice is very soft. Oh. My dear children, when you divide 0, now this is studying in class 10. By any number, answer is always 0. Yuda? Okay, sit down. Arunima, divide this and tell me the answer. You all are Arunima. When have you changed your name? Just tell me. Huh? It will be 0. Okay. Dhanraj, tell me. You Dhanraj, please now. You tell me. 0. Very good. You tell me. You stand up. At least one has given correct answer. Stand up. 0. Very good. Very good. Yes, Vishnu. On. He's saying 6. Yes, Vishnu. Tell me, Meera. Vishnu will keep standing. You also down. Yes, tell me, Meera. 0. Okay. Arunima. Shikhar. 0. Very good. Suryansh. Keep standing. Only 2. Yes. Yes, tell me. Suryansh. Stand up, beta. Yes. Don't ask me. Answer me. No. 6 divided by 0. Huh? Will this division come to an end? It is not divine. It is infinity. You were right, Vishnu. It is infinity. It will never come to an end, my dear children. So now, and I feel so bad when Arunima, you know the answer and you are hesitant to answer me. Then how will you do when you face an interview? You will ask them. It is you are asking the other person. Am I right? Clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, this is called an impossible event. When the probability of any event is 0, that is called what? An impossible event. And when the probability of any event is 1, we call it a sure event. Now,
Ma'am, is this possible in finite
no,
probability?
that I have taken an example. This is not possible at all. I was talking about the previous. A to appear. Okay. Now, please look onto the board. Sir, please tell me the time also. No? 10. So, let's see. Now, Saurabh, this question is for you. Yeah.
Undefined into any number will be 0.
No, beta. If it is not defined, means it is infinity.
Then also no, we will transfer it to the 0.
Pardon?
If we will transfer 6 this side,
Don't transfer. Because see, if you it will be 6 upon 0 is what? Infinity. You are saying this now, beta? And if you say denominator, because this whole event is not defined. Whether the denominator is also there is not defined. Okay. 0 and infinity are two different things. 0 has a value. Infinity does not. Okay? Yes. Now, my question is, listen to me very carefully. In tossing 2 coins, what is the possible outcome? Only Saurabh will answer. Final rule. I am saying in tossing 2 coins. 4. Correct? Tell me the possibility. You tell me, beta. Yeah. 1 and more than 1 also.
Number by 2.
Remember it. See, I am saying 1 and more than 1. At least 1. At least 1 this case arise.
Yes, ma'am.
At least 1 this case arise. And at least 1 this case also arise. More than 1.
3 by 4. 3 by 4.
You understood?
Yes, ma'am.
It can be 1 and more than 1. At least. So what is the probability?
3 by 4.
If I say at most, no head at all. Remember this. At least will always start with 1. At most will always start with 0. At most means no head at all. Yeah? Tail tail
3 by 4.
and one tail. One tail I am saying now. So, no sorry, one head I am saying or tail? Tail. I said at most one head. At most one head. At most one head means no head at all.
Yes, ma'am. 3 by 4.
And 1 here you will not take this.
Only 1.
Only 1. Stick to that. Only 1.
1 by 4.
But if it is at least,
3 by 4.
if it is at least,
3 by 4.
take this case also. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So,
At most at 3 by 4 only.
at most will be also 3 by 4. But difference I am telling you, in at most that event may not happen also. But at least that event has to happen once. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I wind up the class. Okay. Then tomorrow you bring your RS Agarwal book.